March 1st through March 7th. Here are the photos that I found interesting. A couple of them are nicer than others, but there's a lot of stuff that I kind of got a kick out of and sent around to my friends and family. So here's sort of the details on those. Going to start, definitely not one of my fine art photographs, but these are the type of things that I'm sending over to Happy Whale, and I wanted to show this whale actually was ID'd as Spectacles, aka Cheetah, and when they're ID'd, you can go on to Happy Whale and they'll email you these updates, and you can see this whale is frequently seen in Oregon. It's been seen a couple times in Northern California, but my sighting was the first one that they reported down here in San Diego on its way to Mexico. So kind of fun. We're gonna follow him, and you can see the other people who've seen the whale. You can see the photos that they pulled for my encounter. You can see the photos from other encounters. So pretty cool. This whale's been being tracked for almost a decade now. So anyway, just I thought I would give a quick shout to Happy Whale, and kind of that's what they get. The other ones on this email were new to Happy Whale. They've just started pushing into the gray whales a little harder. So go back and see what else we have here today. Yeah, the flukes from another gray whale. We saw 3 that day, I think. One of the other whale watching boats. I shoot those over to those guys quite a bit. Cow-calf pair of humpbacks. I was hoping that I was going to get something back from Happy Whale on these whales before I made this video, but I haven't as of yet. They weren't putting their flukes up, so on the humpbacks, I think that's their main way of IDing them. I'm not sure if they can do them from the dorsals or not, but definitely cow-calf. I'm personally interested if it's brand new calf or if it's I don't know enough about the size difference to tell that, but it sure does look like it's relatively small. It was headed north. It made all the right check boxes for it to be a brand new calf. There was a look at the 2 dorsal compared. And this is kind of why I was hoping they'd be able to ID it, is that it's got distinct markings. Some brown pelicans. This one, I like the brown pelicans mainly because of the skyline behind it. Just kind of has that linear, repetitive thing to it. It's common but not common all at the same time. Like, to me, I didn't notice the sky that day, but when I got back I was like, that's kind of cool. This is a fin whale off of the coast of San Diego. This kind of blows me away. I know that the blue whale is the biggest whale, and they're bigger than the fins, but the fins are the second biggest whale. The blue whale is the biggest animal that's ever lived. So I'm making the leap that the fin whale here is the second biggest animal to have ever lived. Ever. Right? Dinosaurs, all that stuff, smaller in terms of size and mass than these animals. And you can literally go see them right off our shoreline. And something about that just blows me away, that we live in the same exact timeline as, you know, these giant ocean going whales, and you know, you literally, I think we were 7 or 8 miles out, but it's just mind blowing. It's one of the reasons I really enjoy getting out there with all these whale watching companies. Another one from a boat. This shows one of my absolute favorite things in brown pelican flight. It's when they drag their feathers just across the water. Something about that to me is just awesome. You know, this is a juvenile, so it doesn't have any of the big coloration changes. But I liked the reflection. I like some of the shape and the contours here and the ripples, but to me what really made this worth sending around was that drag mark. This is a, so says my iPhone. So again, if I'm ever wrong, feel free to let me know. But a common Murre, which isn't all that common around here. I haven't seen them too often, but a Wikipedia dive said that these birds are capable of, have been reported to dive almost 600 feet deep. Oh, just absolutely mind-blowing what some of these animals' capacities are. I think they stay closer up to the polar regions most of the time. This one's on vacation. I don't often play with black and white, but something about this one was worth messing with. A young dolphin. You can see the vertical fetal folds here along the side. It's always fun. Here's a dolphin, and this one, it's not gruesome. This dolphin was doing all the dolphin things. It's healing for sure, so, you know, I'm not here to do circle of life stuff, but this is interesting to me. It's got this wound here, and also I like the picture for the water motion and as it's breaking the surface, but this wound, I've got one naturalist who's thinking maybe an orca hit, and a biologist who's thinking maybe a shark hit. It kind of depends on whether or not you think that these white spots are broken teeth here in the flank and the belly. Definitely something bigger than, it's not the standard rake marks that you see when they're, dolphins will rake each other, and you can kind of see that in the in those files, a couple other spots. Some brown pelicans landing. I think I liked the other one better. Yeah, I like this one better. There's more color to it while still maintaining this dark shadow contrast. But you know, you've got more of the white, more of the blues, more of the breeding color on the pelicans. More of the pelicans are in the light. So of those two, I think this is more popular. This one may end up on my site, depending on what my wife's opinion is, probably. The couple of a mom and a young seal pup just kind of floating around. This one I sent over to the people who track a lot of the seal data, and they think that's the pup Blueberry. They're better than me at taking track of all that. This one I got a kick out of. There's two shots here of a red-shouldered hawk, and it's not totally camouflaged, but I tell you, if you're not looking, you're definitely going to look past it. And this shot here where it's looking at the camera, I got a kick out of that one. And then the next one, you can start to see in flight. This is a seemingly much less camouflaged version, but you can see some of the details. You can see how long its legs really are. You know, these are animals that do hunt with their legs, and I saw a video of an owl where they move the feathers. You can see how long the legs are, and I think sometimes I forget that too, even with these animals. I think that wraps us up for the week. Yep. Thank you for the watch, and if you're interested, go ahead and jump down. If you're on my site, all these photos are going to have all the settings, so you can take a little bit of notes on kind of what speeds, what aperture, what ISOs are being used. If you're interested in wildlife photography or photography in general. If you're on a video viewing site, I'll link to my blog below, and look forward to doing this again next week.